thank you so much for working on these headdresses. It just means so much and I really need your help. So I thought I would tell you how to make them. First you need scissors, glue gun, a hoop, some velvet strips, which they should all already be cut for you. We did 2.5 inches wide and then not sure how long. We have some decorative ribbon and some tulle. Okay, so first what you want to do, obviously take the sticker off of the hoop. Okay, then you're gonna take your velvet, and if it has, I forget what that's called, but the ugly seam at the bottom, the selvage, is that, I don't know what it's called. Then you're gonna wanna make sure that that gets covered. So you just take the end, do a little dot of hot glue, and attach it. And then you're gonna wrap it around. All the way. And I don't want to see any of the edges, so if you could try to tuck those under, it would make it look a little bit more finished. And really stretch it so that you try to get, it's doing on this side, as much, you can use as much of the fabric. So it only takes a few strips to go around the whole thing. I think it takes like 2 or 3 strips to make it across the whole hoop. Okay. Definitely gets curled. So then when you finish your strip, then you're gonna pull it tight and glue it down. Hold it until it seems like it's dried. And then you'll take your next piece, and obviously you want to try to hide or cover the end. So you want to start a little bit. So here's my glued end. See how it has kind of an ugly edge. So make sure it's going in the same direction. Put a glue dot on top. That's it. And then I'm gonna wrap over this end piece a little bit, just so that I can't see the edges as much. And it doesn't stick out. And then you just continue wrapping. Try to make sure that your, I want to say twists, look consistent with the twist that you did on the other side. And again, it should take you 2 or 3 strips of velvet to finish. So you really want to stretch it, and you have to like flatten it out because it gets twisted, and try to get as much out of it as you can. So then once you've finished wrapping the hoop, you are going to choose which side is going to be the bottom and pull it all the way to the bottom. Glue, hold it down until it dries. And you might need to glue it in a few places just so that it stays put. dots of glue. Okay, 3 dots of glue, and then I'm going to cut as close to the glue as I can. And then glue it down a little more just so that it stays. And again, you picked this as your bottom, so it won't really show. And it's just for kids, so it doesn't really matter that much. Okay. So you can see where my glue is. That's going to be my bottom. So after that is done and dried, you are going to take your embellishments. I chose this one. You're basically going to do the same thing. Glue, wrap, glue, wrap, okay? So I will do that. So the one that I showed before was pre-cut because it was left over from another one. But if it's not pre-cut, I didn't measure these because I think each one will kind of wrap differently and each person will wrap differently. So you have to pick it up, put it through. Unless you can think of an easier way to do it. That's the easiest way that I came up with. So then when you're finished, you will just glue it down at the bottom and cut it off. So the next part is where it gets a little bit tricky. If you're crafty, you're just gonna think that this is all so easy, and you probably won't even watch this video. But if you're more like me, you will help. So my embellishment is all going at this angle. So the next one, I want to go at the other angle. So it's kind of making an X. Put the ribbon in. This is not gonna go easy. Okay, nope. Okay, let's try this again. We're making the X. So where's my starting place? I did such a good job, I can't find it. Okay, here it is. So we're making the X. Tuck that piece under. Wrap it. Put it under. Make the X. And I would try to make them as wide as you can. Let's see, how's this looking? We're doing it weird. Okay, so that's how you want to wrap it, but it's glued, that gives you a little more freedom. So let's glue it down. Wait till it dries. Oh. Make the X. See where I'm going with this? So then you wrap it all the way around, and then you're gonna glue that one down. Make sure you do enough glue so it will stay and not unravel. Mine is always so busy. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like at this stage. Now, I did run out of ribbon at the end, so there's a bigger gap right here, but I know that I'm gonna do the veil, if you want to call it that, train, in the back, so it really doesn't matter. If you run out and it's, you know, eyeball it, see if it needs it or not. I need more ribbon or not. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, moving on to the tulle. Leave the glue gun on. Okay, so this, I think I want, what is that? 30 inches. Okay, so 60 inches, or you could do 30 inches and then fold it in half, like I did. 60 inches of one. Sorry for the glitter, they were cheap. Okay, so I'm going 30 inches. I forgot to say you would need something to measure, or you can just eyeball it. I'm totally fine with that. I'm not a perfectionist. All right, I think glittery side out is your headdress, so you can do what you want. Okay, so I want to make sure that this one's folded in half. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put one on top of the other. So which color, or did I do that? Let's see how it looks scrunched together. Either way, one on top of the other or bunched. So I grabbed it in the middle, lay it flat, get glitter all over yourself and the classroom. Sorry. Okay, and then decide what your back is. So I have that gap, so that's my back. Now, my mother-in-law did these really cute bows on the back. I'm not really sure how she made those, but if you know how to make bows on the back of yours, I think they're really cute. Okay, so we're just gonna glue this. I think that higher is better, but aim for the middle. Then you want a good amount of glue. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because number one, these are for kids. But number two, because you're gonna add like beads and embellishments, which is another thing I forgot to say that you needed in the supplies. Okay. So, make sure that's on there pretty good. So then it's hanging from the back. Okay. Bows. How did she do those bows? I don't know how she did those bows, so I'm not gonna do them. But I will show you what they look like. Okay, so this is the cute bow. Looks like jasmine. So pretty. Okay, so what I don't know how she made the bow, but she used these stickers. So you could, I would glue it still. Glue one of these stickers. You can do something with this stuff. I'm trying to think if you could even just leave it as is. I would do something back there. So what color? I'm gonna do pink since I have the pink tool. And glue it on top right there. This is very boring, but it was hard to do the video and be creative at the same time. So there's the back, and here's your finished product. I think the girls will think they're so fun. Thank you again so much for your help. Bye!